Hi my friends, welcome to yet another recipe tutorial video, and today we're making oatmeal, we're making a frosted blueberry Pop-Tart, we're making a frosted blueberry Pop-Tart oatmeal. What? You saw the intro. It's crazy good! But before we begin, please give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe, we have so much more cool content coming. Let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite Pop-Tart of all time? And you'll be entered to win a free copy of the FDL Book of Recipes, our best-selling recipe book with all the best recipes of all time. Make sure to enter, let me know below. Let's get into the recipe. All right, so the very first thing you're gonna wanna do in order to expedite the process of having your oatmeal get super duper thick, super duper fast, you're gonna need 2 bowls. You're gonna take one of your bowls and you're gonna put it in the freezer. So here's what we're gonna need for the recipe. Quick oats, old-fashioned oats should work exactly the same. I can't say that for steel-cut oats or anything like that. I would say quick oats and old-fashioned oats. Egg whites, some PEScience Gourmet Vanilla Select Protein. A whey casein blend will work best, but I think for this recipe, a whey should work pretty well, but it won't absorb as much liquid as a whey casein blend. Some coconut flour, some pure vanilla extract, a 0 calorie sweetener of your choice. If you want to use a powdered one, I would say 4 grams of your powdered one. I'm going to be using this French vanilla stevia extract from Whole Foods. I love this stuff. I use it all the time. So if you use a substitute, if you use a sucralose, you use a stevia, any type of powdered form, use 4 grams. You're also gonna need some homemade jam. So I'll link the recipe below. I've made homemade strawberry jam, and if you wanna make the blueberry version, blackberry version, raspberry version, follow the exact same recipe and just use those instead. So we're gonna be using blueberry jam. And then for our frosting that's gonna go on top, we're gonna need some more PEScience Gourmet Vanilla Select Protein, some plain non-fat Greek yogurt, some coconut flour, some more of our sweetener, and of course, the sprinkles. So the very first thing we're gonna do is cook up our oatmeal. So we're gonna add 80 grams of oatmeal to our bowl. All right, so as you can see, that's what we're looking like. The water has really been soaked up. So now we're gonna mix this around. So now we're gonna add this back in the microwave for 1:30. So what you're gonna do is really watch it that last 30 seconds. It's gonna start to want to bubble up on top, and you just don't want it to overflow. It's hot. So you can see it started to peak up on top. So now mix it around, like look how thick it's getting. So you might be thinking, Zach, are the egg whites necessary? So when we add the egg whites to this, it's acting as a bonder. It's gonna bring everything together. These oats are so freaking hot. So it's simultaneously cooking the egg whites, and with any recipe, whenever you bake anything or cook anything, egg whites are bringing everything together. They're providing a fluffiness, and they're a bonder. And so for this, it's gonna help bring everything together, provide a lot more thickness, and a little bit more protein. So if you wanted to use a little bit extra water instead of egg whites, that's fine. I just can't promise it's gonna come out as thick as it's going to in this recipe. All right, so now if you just wanted a bowl of oats that is super high volume and amazing, here you go. But if you want to take it to the next level and you like your oats cold and super duper thick, here's the next step. And if you want to turn it into a Pop-Tart, this is where it's gonna get real. So remember the bowl we put into the freezer, we're gonna take that out. We're gonna transfer our hot oatmeal to that bowl. And what the cold bowl is gonna do is help expedite the process of cooling the oatmeal and letting it thicken up. So if you forgot like me, add your vanilla extract now and your liquid stevia to your bowl and mix that in. Okay, so now we're gonna add this to the freezer. And so every about 20 minutes, I want you to go in there, mix it up. And within about an hour to an hour and 30 minutes, it should be thick enough in order to make the Pop-Tart oats. So I'm gonna continue to do that. I'm not gonna show that on camera, but make sure to do that. And then when that's done, we're gonna put together the Pop-Tart. So while our oatmeal is cooling, we're gonna make our frosting that's gonna go over the top of our Pop-Tart. Oatmeal. All right, so now we're gonna add this to the fridge, and the longer it's in the fridge, the more it's gonna thicken up. So it might look a little runny right now, but 30 minutes in the fridge is gonna really thicken up. All right, so you might be thinking, Zach, I just wanna have 40 grams of oats, or I wanna have 60 grams of oats. Just take the proportions of what I used and scale them to how many oats you actually use. So if you use 40 grams of oats, you're gonna use half the amount of water at every step. You're gonna use half the amount of egg whites, half the amount of what I added to the oatmeal. Everything is just gonna get cut in half. So use that same principle if you're gonna scale your oats to whatever size you wanna make. And because we're gonna turn this into a Pop-Tart, I have a rectangle 28-ounce container. It's glass. We put this in the freezer as well to help with the cooling process. Half of this to here, add the jam, and then we're gonna add the rest. All right, so now we're gonna add this back to the freezer for about 20 more minutes, and then we'll be good to go. You could eat it now if you really wanted to, but we're gonna add this to the freezer and make it super duper thick. And that is it, my friends. The frosted blueberry Pop-Tart oatmeal. I have nothing else to say. This is absolutely insane. So please remember, leave a comment below. Let me know what your favorite Pop-Tart of all time is. You'll be entered into winning a free copy of the FTL Book of Recipes, our best-selling recipe book. Please give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe. We have so much more cool content coming. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. God bless. And I'll see you guys in the next video.